Welcome to Santa Cruz Currents. Today's show will take us to the wings over Watsonville, followed by an interview with David Goldman, and then a tour of the CTV's new facility.
Then we will finish up the program with our regular features, the Santa Cruz Tech Update with Sarah Eisenberg and the Community Calendar.
And to get started, let's go to the Fly-In.
Left traffic, check in with Watsonville Tower.
Watsonville traffic, Miller 42 Yankee, 4,500 feet, Elkhorn Saloon.
42 Yankee, Watsonville Tower, make left traffic for runway 20, enter 45.
Well-known air show performer John Culver and his War Dog T6. John, you've been doing this for quite a while. What are your thoughts about air shows, the people you see?
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's good. This is our 33rd year of flying this airplane in the air shows, and here at the Watsonville Air Show, if I can say it correctly, this is approximately our 22nd air show that we've done here. We had a few that we missed in between, but I usually perform aerobatics in it, and what I'm doing with this airplane here is just showing what the World War II fighter pilots were taught. This is an advanced trainer light attack aircraft, World War II and Korea. It's built in 1944, Marine Corps trainer stationed down in Santa Ana, California, Irvine now, and it was called El Toro Marine Corps Air Station. And this plane here has got approximately 10,000 hours of airframe time. This type of aircraft, which is an SNJ, actually, Navy Marine Aircraft Trainer. And I myself, after I got a little older and got my licenses, went to work for Northrop Grumman and taught people how to fly and various other careers within aviation, and got about 15,000 hours of flight time. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying to see the kids out here and the parents and the veterans out here. We get to interface with a lot of different people. It's a good community relations, this air show, and many of the air shows around the country.
Very good. John Culver and War Dog, still here at Wings Over Watsonville. And your name?
Bob Updahl.
And what can you tell us about this beautiful aircraft?
1941 Waco UPF-7.
And what is the cruising speed and what altitude do you generally cruise at?
Low and slow. It cruises about 100 miles an hour. And usually I'm about 2,000 to 3,000 feet above the ground.
Very nice. Sounds like a nice airplane to go for a Sunday cruise.
It is. It is.
Thanks.
Nice day. When it's 80 degrees outside, it's beautiful.
I bet. It can get cold, no canopy. It's an open cockpit airplane. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
It's actually a Chinese Nanchang CJ6, comparable to the Yak-52. They were built during the same time frames. These were built during the Cold War to train Chinese pilots in the People's Liberation Army Air Force, and then they would transition into MiG-15s and MiG-17s. They built them from the early 60s all the way, well, I think they're still building them. The last I heard they were building was 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. It's stress for +6, minus -3.5 aerobatics. Basically gentlemen's aerobatics. We do loops, rolls, Cuban 8s. We don't do tail slides. We don't do the hammerhead turn. We don't do really well and only go one way really well. So it's got some limitations. It's basically gentlemen's aerobatics, but it's still a lot of fun to do.
I bet. Looks like fun. Thank you.
I'm Kurt Howerton. I'm from Woodland, California.
And I'm right along John Almada, Shingle Springs, California.
Great, thank you. Enjoy the day. Wings Over Watsonville. Here's a sample of the crowd that came out today, Saturday, September 5th. Beautiful day for flying, beautiful day for a air show. Lots of people. Hi, ladies. What a beautiful day for an air show.
Absolutely fantastic.
And your name?
Teresa.
And your name?
Betty.
I'm Nani.
Well, hello. Hello, hello. And this gentleman who's busy with a customer.
Yeah. Hi, how you guys doing out there?
What's your name?
I'm John.
John, so what is going on here? What can you tell us? What do you fly?
I have a 1960 Cessna 175.
And what do you fly in?
My husband flies a Grumman Tiger.
Very cool. Well, I wish you ladies a lot of success with your sales efforts. Have fun. Enjoy the day. Here you go, folks. No bull. Bull riding at Watsonville Airport.
Left traffic, check in with Watsonville Tower.
David, that was a wonderful video of the fly-in and a great introduction to what was going on down there in Watsonville. As I understand it, you're not only a pilot, but you're also very involved here at CTV. You know, two very different sort of things. Tell me first, what do you like about flying?
The freedom. When you're up in the air, there's no streets, there's no stoplights. You could go turn left, turn right, go up, go down. You go across the country. It's wonderful. It's just a total freedom. You're not restricted to go in this direction.
It seems to me that it's a very technical thing, which is a lot of what happens here at CTV and what you've been involved with. Is that the type of thing that you like too for when you're working here at CTV?
Totally. All the instruments, everything, yeah. You got to be very technically involved in the operation of the aircraft, both before the flight and during the flight. And there's a lot of technology involved. The aerodynamics, engine technology, radios, electricity, electronics. Yeah, it's absorbing. It's very absorbing.
Same sort of thing here at CTV also, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the cameras, the electronics, the buttons, the knobs, the dials, the blinking lights. That's what I like. It's a lot of fun.
How did you first get involved with CTV?
Well, I had taken electronics in high school. In the last year of high school, they had a broadcast course. They started a broadcast course. And I used to go to CBS and NBC and watch how they did stuff there. And I got really involved in that, and I started with photography, took a lot of pictures. And I was going to get into the broadcast industry, but you had to wait a long time to be called up, so I needed a job, and I got this job with Philips Medical Systems, and it lasted 45 years. So then I retired, and I was walking down the street in Santa Cruz, and I saw the TV studio here, CTV. I told Nancy, my wife, I said, they have a TV studio here. I never heard of that. And I saw a sign said they wanted volunteers. So I went in and talked to the people, and they said, sure, we could use a volunteer, and took a camera class. And that was the beginning of my TV career.
Yeah. You do a lot of directing for a variety of different shows here at CTV. What intrigues you about being a director?
I think it's the same thing as flying. You have to be precise. You've got to be really spot on to do a good job. You've got to prepare, plan ahead, and also roll with the punches as things goes along. You've got to maintain situational awareness in the aircraft and also in the studio, so you know what's happening on the set, what the camera people are doing, what the audio people are doing. I like live shows. I like to do live shows because there's a certain tension that's involved, because there's no do-overs. Kind of like flying. I mean, you can, to a certain extent, there are do-overs, but
yeah, but sometimes there aren't.
No, you don't want to make too big a mistake. So, but that's one of the things I like about directing.
And you're also a studio supervisor. What does that job entail here at CTV?
Basically, you're here before the production crew gets here. You open the doors, turn the lights on, shut the alarm off, turn on the TV equipment, the cameras, start the lighting, turn on the audio board, and kind of make sure the cameras are working properly. They have 3 cameras out here. and set it up for the production people to come in. And then they'll be doing the show, but you have to be standing by in case there are problems, technical problems. Try to assist them. And at the end of the show, you shut everything down, return the studio to what they call studio neutral, and prepare that for the next production group coming in.
For someone that might be interested in getting involved with CTV, what would you recommend for them to do?
I'd say come down. There's an orientation class. Go through the orientation class and find out what's available here as a volunteer and see what you like. They give camera classes, there are audio classes, there are field camera classes, lighting classes, and you can get a very nice broad general education in studio production and find out what you like. If you like to do camera, there's always people needed to do camera work.
Okay. Well, David, I want to thank you for doing the video. Thank you for doing the interview with us today.
You're welcome.
I hope people will take your words to heart and will come in and come down to CTV and figure out what we're doing.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, David, for sharing the experience of the Fly-In at Watsonville. And next,
we're going to follow CTV's Executive Director, Becca King-Reed, on a tour of CTV's new facility.
Offices to this space. And Lynn, if you could turn around, there's something over here. Through that door, we're going to take this whole space and turn it into 2 edit suites. So there'll be a couple of edit suites on this space. So later, this will be one of the new offices. We'll be removing this. And through this hallway, our server room will be here, our storage will be here, and as you can see, there are restrooms here. And this room will be an open office and a kitchen, so people can take breaks back here, get coffee, and continue with their work throughout the day. And on nice days, there's a patio out this door. We'll be adding a pergola with some flowers and some umbrellas and tables and chairs so people can enjoy the fall weather while they're getting things done. Now this wall will be cut in half, so you'll be able to see right out of here. And one of the things you'll be looking at is our studio. This long wall is, a lot of the studio is behind this wall. So the studio will be the usual configuration that it is now. It is currently 30 by 30 feet, and it will continue to be that. And it will be much modernized. We'll have brand new LED lights and other things that will make the studio easy and fun to use. So let's take a look at more features of this building. You see, it's a long walk. It's a whole 30 feet. Now, out. So you're looking at the studio space, and across from that, you see a lot of doorways. Those doorways are all offices, and some of them will be for CTV staff, and some will be for co-workers to use so they can have a space to meet clients and do work. The last office will be turned into the control room, and it will join the studio, so you can easily get from the studio into the control room and vice versa. At the front, we have a conference room, which has a big table and lots of chairs and a nice window. And we can take a peek in this closet, and you can see right now it's just a closet, but we're going to be making a couple of edit bays here. And that's the end of the tour. This has just been a quick peek of where we are now. Currently, the Armada people are still working in here, but soon there'll be a lot of changes, and in the fall, we'll be inviting you in to our new Digital Media Center.
Thank you, Becca, for giving us that tour of our upcoming facility. We're all very excited here to be moving into it. Now, Sarah Eisenberg will update us on the Santa Cruz tech scene.
I'm Sarah Eisenberg, founder and publisher of Santa Cruz Tech Beat. Santa Cruz Tech Beat is the go-to source for all things tech in our region, from comprehensive news about local tech business developments and startups, to thought leadership from our local tech ecosystem, to breakthroughs in genomics and engineering at UC Santa Cruz. Plus, TechBeat has job and event listings and more. I'm here to tell you about some current developments in the local tech scene that you need to know. Let's start in Watsonville, where a donation from Facebook has doubled the Digital Nest's computer capacity. This donation of 25 new MacBook Pros increased Digital Nest's ability to train students in digital media, web development, 3D design, and robotics. Youth at the Nest take classes, collaborate on projects, identify pathways to college, and even visit tech companies to learn about science, technology, engineering, and math careers. Digital Nest has grown to more than 400 students since opening last November. In Salinas, an ag tech startup, Heavy Connect, has launched their new product out in the farmland of Salinas Valley. Born out of the Steinbeck Innovation Cluster, Heavy Connect gathers data from multiple sources on the farm and turns that data into information that farm managers can use to increase efficiency and save money. Students from Hartnell College and CSUMB were instrumental in designing the software for Heavy Connect. Work on a fiber route running from Santa Cruz to Watsonville and then on through Salinas to Soledad is moving ahead. This project was awarded a $10.6 million subsidy last year by the California Public Utilities Commission. When the route was first designed, the fiber path followed Soquel Drive from Highway 1 near Dominican Hospital to just before Cabrillo College, where it jumped back over the freeway to take advantage of an existing utility route. After urging from local officials and discussions with Cabrillo, the route was adjusted to extend an extra mile along Soquel Drive. That recent change will make a big difference to Cabrillo College and to businesses nearby. In UC Santa Cruz news, the Genomics Institute has formed a partnership with Microsoft that will help researchers accelerate the analysis of genomic information using Microsoft's cloud computing platform, Microsoft Azure. The collaboration will enable researchers at the Institute to share information more easily and speed scientific discovery. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time for more news and developments from the Santa Cruz tech scene. And of course, for the latest news, jobs, and events, anytime, go to santacruztechbeat.com.
Thank you, Sarah, for that critical information about technology in Santa Cruz. Now, let's enjoy a few short clips of what people in Santa Cruz are putting on YouTube.
This is the Santa Cruz Currents YouTube Wrap-Up, where we highlight YouTube uploads from the Santa Cruz area. Find all these videos at scurrents.org/YouTube. Summer's ending, so we start with a beach mashup. There were fireworks, fun in the sand, fun in the surf, and a bonfire. Hey, let's all stand on our heads. Lots of people learned how to surf on the Monterey Bay, and the elephant seals had fun too. Next up, lots of technology, from solar-powered cars to drones. Hey, even a hoverboard. And we finish with great drone footage shot at Big Sur. And that's this week's YouTube Roundup. Hope you enjoy.
That's amazing scenery that you can take with the zone, even here on the Central Coast. And now we're going to take a look at things happening in and around Santa Cruz with our community calendar. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Santa Cruz Currents,
a volunteer-created and run news talk show. We are your hosts, Jasiri Jenkins-Glenn
and Lynn Dunton, and we hope to see you soon.